Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fabulous. We've got Tuesdays with Charlie coming up later in the show. That's exciting.
That's always exciting.
I always like Tuesdays with Charlie. It's fun stuff.
Usually. Sometimes we can't play all of it, but
yeah, sometimes we have to bleep him on the radio, but we do have that coming your way here in a bit. Also, I've got a quote for today from Louis Pasteur. You know who that is?
Was he Explorer?
No, he's the guy that pasteurized milk. He said, "Let me tell you the secret that has led me to my goals. My strength lies solely in my tenacity." So there you go. He was tenacious.
I see.
Tenacious Louis Pasteur. That's why they call it pasteurized. It's his last name. That's where that came from.
Was probably not at school that day.
Yeah, probably not. You skipped a lot, didn't you?
I did.
That show is every once in a while. Not going to point out any in particular time other than right now. We've got special things going on today. We'll tell you about that in a bit.
John and Heidi.
Do you shop online? Do you know anyone else that shops online? Come on, it's 2017. Most people buy at least some things online every month. How would you like to save money and earn money from that shopping? There's an interesting new program that allows you to sign up for free. No credit card needed. Then you can save money when you buy online at many of the major sites. Plus, there's a way to earn money, too. Watch the video with all of the details at radiosavings.com. Save money and earn money. Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Today is a special day. Heidi, do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, August the 8th, so today is 0808. I like that. It's my little sister's birthday today.
I know.
Yeah. Also, it's Dalek Day today.
It's what?
Dalek, D-A-L-E-K, Dalek Day.
What is that?
I don't know.
Did you skip school that day?
I apparently did. It is, you don't know either, so I was probably with you. International Cat Day. I know what that is. It's kind of like a dog, but it's not a dog. It's a cat. It's also the date to create Happiness Happens Day. Oh, that's two different things. The date to create day. Okay, then Happiness Happens Day. Odie Day. That's Garfield's little friend. Sneak some zucchini out of your neighbor's porch night is tonight. So,
okay.
Yeah, this is the night that we all wait for, so we can have zucchini tomorrow. No, I've never had anybody do that, and I don't care if it starts. Well, we don't have a porch, so we don't have to worry about it.
I don't have any idea how to even prepare zucchini.
Well,
I have
you'd
no
have to
clue what to do
Google
with it.
I think we had it once, and it was not for me. Coming up, more fun stuff. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Wouldn't it be great to have a new car and to always have a new car? You can with lowerlease.com. We teach you how to get the best lease deals available. We have clients that have used our system to get a brand new $25,000 vehicle for just $250 per month. You pick the car you want and let us show you how to get the lease payment you want too. This is a proven system that has people driving new cars with no money down. Sign and drive a new car with a lower lease payment at lowerlease.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Road rage, guy thing, right? Not so fast. Turns out it's more of a rage that comes from women, believe it or not. So more women experience road rage.
Not in our family.
A new survey from Career Builder, which I don't understand why they're asking about road rage, but discovered 61% of women experience road rage. Only 56% of men admitted it.
Maybe?
I think the fact is women are just more honest. Men are saying no, although they're having road rage on the way out of the office from that interview.
Yeah. I was going to say, I've ridden with you, and I'm like, calm down.
Well, it's just usually because I'm running late. So coming up, we've got your brain on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs from Wethersfield, New York. I'm not sure where that is. Anyway, that's where the cops were called to a report of a suspicious vehicle. Even when they were surprised at what they found, it says they discovered a dude in a car with no windshield, no doors, no license plate. Oh, we talked about this. And an axe embedded.
Axe in the, yeah, that was sent to us.
Yeah, that was sent to us. So this is how long it takes for it to get to me the natural way, apparently.
Huh.
So anyway, Jared Parker offered no explanation for his condition of his car. He failed a sobriety test, been charged with driving with the ability impaired by drugs, numerous traffic infractions, and driving without a license. So there you go. Got that story twice because that was sent to us by a listener like a week ago.
Yeah.
So apparently it takes about a week for these things to get to me just through the regular way of doing things. Now I know.
And then she sent me the picture of the car. Did you see the picture of the car?
It was quite interesting. We'll put it that way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, a little screen. It's all going to be little screen because we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about from ABC. Channing Dungey, that is the president there. She has her first fall lineup that's all about her. It's all designed and implemented by her. She inherited the one from last year. She's been there like a year, but she didn't put that one together. But she had a big press conference over the weekend, talked about some new shows they're excited about, like The Mayor, and there's some people that are really psyched out about that. And then there's another one from Marvel superhero series. It's called The Inhumans, and there's people saying, yeah, that's not going to be good. I guess it's up to the viewers, so they can choose. Meanwhile, she had a lot of questions about Last Man Standing. They canceled that, and there were rumors that it was canceled because of political backlash, and she said no, that had nothing to do with it, and she explained why it was canceled. And then there were a lot of questions about the new reboot.
So why was it canceled?
I don't know. You can read
because
the story
their ratings were very, very, very good.
I don't know. Can I finish the story?
Sure.
Okay, they talked a lot about the reboot of Roseanne, and then there were a lot of questions about that because I guess Roseanne is very political as well, and she said, we've heard from the broad strokes of the creatives that are working on it, the 8 episodes, we feel very confident it's going to be returning to the show that everybody knew and loved, so it shouldn't be a political program at all. She's saying that's not what the show's about, and we don't think that's what it's going to be about. And then the rest of the story was about American Idol, and Katy Perry got $25 million to be a judge, I guess. She said, I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but they talked quite a bit then about American
I wonder if I
Idol.
could do that.
Be a judge?
Oh, yeah.
Make $25 million?
I would love
for
it.
going, yeah, you're talented. Okay. You just won $1 million. Meanwhile, I won $25 million for sitting right here. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
Are you trying to lose weight? I know the struggle. I've been overweight much of my life. I recently started the easiest weight loss program I've ever tried, and it's working great. I've lost almost 30 pounds, but I'm hearing amazing stories from others that have tried it too. One that's already lost 20 pounds, and another that's been doing this longer than I have that's lost almost 100 pounds. Want to try it for free? You can at pinkdrinkfree.com. Request your free sample right now at pinkdrinkfree.com. That's pinkdrinkfree.com. Now your scoop of the day. Boston is paying ex-gang members to go to college. About 40 students, also former gang members, are members of Boston's Uncornered, a 3-year pilot program launched in May, going to be run by the education nonprofit College Bound Dorchester. The students in the program will earn $400 weekly stipend just by attending classes every day and passing their HISETs, whatever that is, and then moving on to college. Once in college, the stipend continues for as long as it takes for the former gang member to graduate with an associate's degree. I don't know if I like that or if I don't like that, because there's a part of me that says,
I don't like that. You're rewarding people
Well,
for getting into gangs.
but that's
why
where-
say we're going to cover your education and we're going to pay you to go.
See, that's where I kind of have
So
a
now
problem
kids
too.
are going to be encouraged to join gangs so that
And
they
that's
can
kinda
be
what
a
I'm
part
thinking.
of this group.
And that's where I'm going, I want them
Bad
to...
idea.
Well, I love the fact that they're trying to get them out of the gangs, but boy, I think what you said is what I was thinking too. They're going, well, all I got to do
Yeah,
is...
if I didn't get any scholarships, so I'm just going to join a gang,
Yeah, I
and
got
then
my
they'll pay me
scholarship.
to
No,
go.
there you go.
Yeah, bad
All right.
idea.
Hey, the happiest place on earth wasn't so happy a little over a month ago, and I didn't get this story till just recently, but about 17 guests were there at Disneyland about a month ago. Some adults and some kids were hit with goose poop. Did you hear about this?
No.
Apparently, I don't know what happened. They had to call in a hazmat team.
Oh.
They determined unfortunate people were sitting there in goose poop when the geese were flying over. This was, I was saying in Florida. This is actually California. It was Disneyland. Okay, so anyway, the guests were allowed to clean up in a private bathroom, given new clothes, and return to the park healthy and happy, according to a tweet from the Anaheim PD. So Anyway, that does not sound like a fun time at Disneyland. had a not so fun time. I was going to say something else, but we're going to move on. Hey, some Facebook users may enjoy collecting hundreds of virtual friends, but it turns out that those online relationships can actually cause a lot of stress. Researchers at Edinburgh Napier University discovered through conducting a survey of 200 students who regularly use Facebook. They say among students who were surveyed, 12% said they actually dislike receiving friend requests. More than 1 out of every 10 users said the site makes them anxious. So there, what do you think of that?
I would agree with that.
Do you get weird friend requests on your Facebook? I've been getting some that I don't think are real people. And then I've been getting a lot of them. This is the thing I don't understand. I've been getting friend requests from people who I'm already friends with, but somebody sets up a fake account.
Yeah, I get some of those.
What is the advantage
I
of doing that?
thought you just meant, do I get them from weird people?
Oh, yeah. No, I know that because, you've gotten one from me, right? Are you going to become my friend on Facebook or no? But I think it's really bizarre where somebody will try to set up a fake account. What is the point of that? Because, if they're your friend on Facebook, I've had it where somebody will do that and then they'll start sending me messages. And then, right away you're going, okay, this isn't who they say they are. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not exactly sure what the point of that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And finally, a recent study finds that dealing with stressful relationships can actually lead to an early death. Yikes. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen examined about 10,000 adults and found those who had constant conflicts with their families and friends and partners doubled the risk of dying, and those who feuded with neighbors tripled the risk of dying. The study author emphasizes that they weren't advocating for social isolation. Easy for me to say. They say that's just as bad as well. They say the study indicates the importance of focusing on positive rather than negative relationships. So there you go. According to that study, I'll be dead by about, 7 o'clock tonight. So. And that's going to do it for your scoop of the day. We've got Tuesdays with Charlie on the way.
John and Heidi.
Join us this November for 80s in the Sand.
Talk about a trip back in time.
80s in the Sand is in beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Featuring awesome bands like Loverboy, Starship, Night Ranger, Howard Jones, and many more.
Plus, you'll get a chance to meet 80s icons like Anthony Michael Hall, Andrew McCarthy, and many others.
You can book your trip back to the 80s now at 80sinthesand.com.
Use promo code RADIO to save $200 per person at 80sinthesand.com.
We'd love it if you'd join us.
That's 80sinthesand.com. And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every week at this time. We pick up my phone and we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
I didn't even know what I was saying. How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing good.
Sometimes I goof up that intro, don't I?
Yeah, well, you do.
Well, your beautiful wife is going to be hanging out with us for a couple days. How you feel about that?
Well, you want to keep her a couple years?
You would be devastated.
Yeah. What kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about today on Tuesdays with Charlie?
Okay, hey, this is going to be, we're going to call this Science Fact Day.
Okay, that's cool.
Hey, do you like sweet corn?
I do.
I love sweet corn.
Do you know as it grows, it makes a squeaky noise like two balloons rubbing against each other?
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
It must be super quiet.
If you know anybody's got sweet corn, run out there sometime, stand in the field, and you'll hear it.
You'll hear balloons rubbing together.
Well, you'll hear something.
I don't know about that. I've lived around corn my whole life. I don't remember ever hearing any noises.
And when I was a kid, I used to go picking sweet corn. That explains all the noise in the field.
There you go, see?
You just thought there was a psycho clown running around out there.
If you build it, they'll come. Oh, that was something else. That was the cornfield.
Yes.
Hey, if you drilled a tunnel straight through the earth and jumped in it, it would take you exactly 40 minutes and 12 seconds to get to the other side.
Really?
Huh.
That's not very long. I would think it would be longer than that.
That's how we should travel. All through tunnels.
It takes about 300 years to drill a hole through there. So
Yeah, that would take more than 40 minutes, definitely.
We'll probably never know.
Probably not.
Hey, if the sun was the size of a beach ball, Jupiter would be the size of a golf ball, and the Earth would be as small as a pea.
Really? Huh. Well, I'm glad that they're all bigger than that.
See, you can check with the Burmeister on that, because that's true facts. You'll know.
Mr. Wizard today.
Hey, the brain takes in 11 million bits of information every second, but is aware of only 40.
I don't even remember that many things.
11 million bits of information every second.
That's crazy.
My mind's just a blur.
Yeah.
Let's see here. When a flea jumps, the rate of acceleration is 20 times that of the space shuttle during launch.
No kidding.
Wow.
That's why those fleas put on those circuses all the time, because they're so amazing.
That's a lot of thrust.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of thrust.
Especially for a flea.
Just a little puppy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I have seen a flea jump, though. They do jump super high and super fast.
Yeah.
Well, I just proved it to you.
Yeah, you did. So I'm just verifying your fact.
I can just tell you, if you hear it on Tuesdays with Charlie, you can use that. It's like, that's like...
It is not gospel.
It is, too.
It is not.
You know it's true. You could put that down, like, if you were doing, like, a term paper, you could quote Tuesdays with Charlie as your source.
And if you want to bet somebody $100 is this right, I don't know if I'd do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet money on it. I'm just saying, important grades.
Otherwise, you can take it to the bank, yeah.
Well, are you ready for your question today, Charlie?
I think I've got the answer.
All right. This condiment was used as a medicine in the 1930s. So what condiment? Something that we put like on, burgers and stuff.
Ketchup.
Ketchup it is. You are absolutely right. Ketchup
was
used as a medicine in the 1930s.
For what?
I don't know. Probably helped you if you were feeling hunger pains. I have no idea.
Huh.
Do you know what it was used for, Charlie?
What is?
Do you know what medicine, what did it cure, do you know?
Hunger.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
You get points. I don't know the answer, so we're going to just go with hunger.
If anybody knows, don't have to call in or anything because we don't really care.
Just making conversation.
Well, it's always a pleasure to visit with you, Charlie. We'll chat again next week.
Well, if you get sick of Grandma, just send her home.
Okay. We
Bye,
won't.
Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there, we talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
Do you shop online? Do you know anyone else that shops online? Come on, it's 2017. Most people buy at least some things online every month. How would you like to save money and earn money from that shopping? There's an interesting new program that allows you to sign up for free. No credit card needed. Then you can save money when you buy online at many of the major sites. Plus, there's a way to earn money, too. Watch the video with all of the details at radiosavings.com. Save money and earn money. Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A 2010 study found that 48% of soda fountains have fecal matter bacteria on them. Yikes. And 11% had E. coli. What? What are you doing at the soda fountain? Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
9 out of 10 Americans are deficient in potassium. You know what a good source of potassium is?
Banana.
Yes, bananas, of course. You just want a banana. I have to go get you one now. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Blueberries will not ripen until they are picked. So,
Really?
yeah,
I
if
did
you
not
leave,
know that.
that makes it convenient. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
About 150 people are killed every year by coconuts. Now, last week we learned that coconut water was not as healthy as we thought it was before. Now we find out coconuts are killing us. I mean, steer clear of those coconuts. Couple of fun facts for you there, brought to you by pinkdrinkfree.com. Not just another diet, it's a way of life. That's pinkdrinkfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Are you trying to lose weight? I know the struggle. I've been overweight much of my life. I recently started the easiest weight loss program I've ever tried, and it's working great. I've lost almost 30 pounds, but I'm hearing amazing stories from others that have tried it too. One that's already lost 20 pounds, and another that's been doing this longer than I have that's lost almost 100 pounds. Want to try it for free? You can at pinkdrinkfree.com. Request your free sample right now at pinkdrinkfree.com. That's pinkdrinkfree.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Researchers say drinking a 12-pack of soda per day, that's 12 12-ounce cans,
Whoa.
could do nearly as much harm as smoking a pack of cigarettes per day.
Of course.
Who does that? You know what? I shouldn't say that because I bet there are probably some people who do that. I remember when I worked at a grocery store, this is back when quart bottles were a thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
There was a gentleman that would stop every night in a little fancy car that he drove, and he would get a 6-pack of quart bottles, and then he would come back by the end of the night, and he would exchange those empties, and he would, so 6 quarts he would drink while just driving around in his car.
Wow.
Yeah, so I suppose 12-ounce cans, that ain't nothing compared to 6 quarts of pop. Coming up, we've got weird news. That's on the way.
John and Heidi.
Wouldn't it be great to have a new car and to always have a new car? You can with lowerlease.com. We teach you how to get the best lease deals available. We have clients that have used our system to get a brand new $25,000 vehicle for just $250 per month. You pick the car you want and let us show you how to get the lease payment you want too. This is a proven system that has people driving new cars with no money down. Sign and drive a new car with a lower lease payment at lowerlease.com.
Now, some weird news. This one's from Tennessee. Police there release video of a burglary suspect trying and failing to steal a $1,000 dollhouse because it didn't fit in her mid-size sedan.
Oh, my gosh.
The YouTube video posted on the Kingsport Police Department shows a woman attempting to fit a $1,000 dollhouse into her car, and she was burglarizing an unlocked storage unit. Then she appears to realize the dollhouse won't fit in the trunk, so she tried to fit it in the back seat. That also didn't work. The woman eventually just drove away without the dollhouse. Police say the incident took place at about 11 a.m. on June the 27th at Action Rental in Kingsport. Investigators said the car appears to be a black Oldsmobile Alero or a similar four-door sedan. And I've got a link to the video if you want to see somebody try to cram a big house into a small car. It's kind of funny, but it's also really sad. I mean, why would you steal somebody's...
Very sad.
Why would you steal somebody's dollhouse?
What is wrong with people?
I don't know. And if that's you, turn yourself in. Weird news brought to you by lowerlease.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh from Hackensack, New Jersey. When's the only other time you've ever heard of Hackensack, New Jersey?
I have heard of it, and I don't know what it was. It was on a movie.
Yeah, it was on a movie. Of course it was. Brewster's Millions.
Yeah.
Don't you remember? He played for the Hackensack Mud Hens.
That's right.
Anyway, this guy doesn't, but there's a dude that went a little too far in making himself at home while he was burglarizing a place. A 16-year-old and her 21-year-old sister and her sister's baby were home when this guy burst through the front door at 9 a.m.
Whoa.
They quickly called the cops and locked themselves in a bedroom where the guy went about his business. In this case, his business involved taking off all of his clothing and climbing into their shower. And then he headed into the kitchen to wash some dishes.
Did he think he was somewhere else?
I don't know. He was finishing off his kitchen chores when the police arrived and placed him under arrest. I have no clue what the heck was going on there.
Wow.
So he came in to take a shower and do their dishes?
He must have thought he was somewhere else.
It doesn't. Well, he kicked in the front door. So why would you kick in the front door?
Maybe the door was locked and he thought he forgot his keys.
Man, somebody changed things around in my house while I was gone. I wonder why there's people screaming in the bedroom. Can I just go take a shower?
Oh my gosh, that's really scary.
It is. Your moment of duh. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Join us this November for 80s in the Sand.
Talk about a trip back in time.
80s in the Sand is in beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Featuring awesome bands like Loverboy, Starship, Night Ranger, Howard Jones, and many more.
Plus, you'll get a chance to meet 80s icons like Anthony Michael Hall, Andrew McCarthy, and many others.
You can book your trip back to the 80s now at 80sinthesand.com.
Use promo code RADIO to save $200 per person at 80sinthesand.com.
We'd love it if you'd join us.
That's 80sinthesand.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. This is kind of interesting. A high-pitched tone that was developed in Europe to drive teenagers crazy when they heard it, and they were trying to push them out of public places. It's now being used by teenagers as a ringtone that their parents can't hear. It's a high pitch that when you get to a certain age, you can no longer hear this.
Oh.
So the kids are using it, and they're actually, I remember reading this like a year ago when this first, maybe more than that, maybe a couple years ago, when it first came out. They were using it as a ringtone so they could send messages during class, and the teacher couldn't hear the message, like the vibrate or whatever it was, the ringtone.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah.
I do remember talking about that.
Interesting stuff. Those darn smart kids. Coming up, we've got your good news. That's on the way on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with some good news, and I think this is a really neat story. A dedicated Domino's employee in Flint, Michigan completed his delivery on foot when his car broke down about a mile from the destination.
Oh, wow.
Ashley Schaefer shared a post on Facebook back in July, it was on the 16th, explaining how the Domino's driver, Benjamin Houston, restored her faith in humanity after completing the delivery despite his car trouble.
Wow.
Says, I ordered late around 11 p.m. for Domino's on Court Street. Using the tracker, I saw my pizza had left the store at 11:24. An hour later, I still had no pizza, and I was about to call and have a fit, and then there was a knock at the door. A Domino's manager had arrived outside the house and told them he was concerned that Houston, who is deaf, was not receiving the help he needed to make late-night deliveries, and his car had broken down. Houston, whose cell phone recently had broken, began knocking on doors to find somebody willing to contact the store and explain what happened. Several people turned Houston away, stating that they hadn't ordered pizza. A homeowner finally listened to Houston's story and called the store to arrange for a ride. She says he deserves a round of applause as well. Houston wrote on Facebook, not sure what your name is, but unsung hero, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for having patience with me and not closing the door on me. So other people pushed him away. Says it was a little longer than a few minutes late, but the thing that's really cool, here, I'll scroll down to the part that gets good, because Schaefer, this lady, started a GoFundMe campaign to thank Houston for his hard work and dedication. In more than a week, just over a week, the campaign raised half of the $3,000 goal to help get his car fixed and keep him on the road. I think that's really cool that there's people stepping up and saying, hey, this guy literally went the extra mile on foot.
What the heck was wrong with his car?
I don't know.
$3,000?
I don't know. Well, it might be a little extra. Maybe they're saying you could trade that one in and get a different one. I don't know.
Yeah.
He says, honestly, I never thought it would be this big, Houston told Today. My plans for the fund is to fix my car or possibly buy another car that I could depend on a little bit better. Anyway, I've got a link to the story. I think it was just kind of cool because there's a lot of people that if they have a problem like that, they would just, whatever, I had a problem.
Eat the pizza while they're waiting for a tow truck.
I'm thinking that's what I would have done. Your pizza was delicious. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to get it to you. All right. Good news. Available on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And it's brought to you by 80sinthesand.com, a week-long 80s event in Punta Cana this November. Heidi and I will be there. More info at 80sinthesand.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.